going on, y'all? Welcome back to FG Unleashed. Y'all know how I go. Just checking back in on you, man. I got a young cat in here for y'all today, man. It's Anthony right here. Anthony, how you doing today?
Good. How are you? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I see you rocking that Cowboys hat, man. That's that special edition
Yep.
over there. Yeah,
Yep.
I like that. I like that. But other than that, man, I got Ann in here. You know what I mean? Just to chop it up. From like I say, sometime I just be wanting to bring a young cat in here just to give me other perspectives. You know what I mean? Because the older I get, the more mature I get. I know the young guys have a different perspective. Now, let me be clear. You know, Anthony is not a gang member, but his father is an ex-gang member. His brothers are ex-gang members. So he's been around, the turf, and he's been around the dynamics, to know what's going on. But what I want to ask you, Ann, is, in that situation, with your father doing time and, you grew up in the prison, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. How did you stay grounded to not be a gang member, man? Go to college, go to work, drive a nice truck, and you how old?
19.
19 years old. What's your perspective on your life, and what's your perspective on your lifestyle, and how do you look at, your life opposed to the homies in the streets?
I think the main thing is first of all, demographics, where you live at, where if it's no gangs or
Right.
there's gangs.
Right.
So if you live in a place where gangs are prominent, it's almost hard to not get sucked in. And for me, it's almost you look at your life and you see what you don't want and what you want. And you look at, obviously you doing time, being away from us, me, it kind of, I don't want this.
Right.
You look on the movies and the TVs, it looks all cool, but when you get an inside perspective, this ain't cool.
Right.
Especially living in a town where, it's two-parent homes. Two parents is at graduations and promotions and, picture days. You're like, okay, I don't want this for myself. But for somebody that's in the streets, it's almost impossible.
Right,
It's a
right,
1%
right.
chance you're going to make it out because it wasn't designed for you to make it out.
So even though you live your life on a different scale and you've seen what you've seen, you do believe that you do understand the dudes that's in the hood and the shit that they going through.
Yeah, and it's a very understandable once you get to understand what's going on. See, for me, when you get an inside perspective, you can see how people think, how people move, whether it's education might not be up to par or they might have the same resources. But for somebody, walking down our neighborhood, they will never understand.
Right.
Because they don't have a
right.
connection.
They don't. Yeah. I guess you're right. Now let me ask you this: you interact with the homies, no doubt.
Right.
You know what I mean. So they call you all the time. Y'all chop it up. Y'all laugh. Y'all joke. Y'all. I believe some of them get a breath of fresh air from talking to you. But at the end of the day, do you ever give them any kind of advice on maybe trying to change their tune, even though you know their demographics and know what they got to do long as they on the turf? But do you ever try to give them any kind of encouragement that they could still change? Or
Yeah, change, anybody can change. Now, you might not be able to change, certain things, but I think it's just for me saying when we talk to me, it's never about no gang behavior.
Right,
It's
right,
about regular
right.
stuff.
Right,
we,
right,
we,
right.
we laughing and joking. And I can say that, you got homies from Compton that are the same as the homies where I live. The same people, different circumstances.
Different circumstances.
I got homies
Wow.
that are, real aggressive.
Yeah,
but they
yeah,
out here, so they don't get that chance of aggression. They might take it on the football field.
Right,
Where
right.
a homie out there, they take it out on another individual because that's all they know.
Right. Man, that's a good perspective. Like I said, I be trying to get a different perspective. Now, you also know that, though, it is some situations where it could be kids that grew up in a decent neighborhood, they uncles gang members, they brothers gang members, but they follow their uncle and their brother.
Right, and that happens a lot, even going to a high school where, oh, my uncle's from here, my uncle's from there, so they claiming it at the high school, and then you see them go out of high school, and they completely change their perspective in life and following after their uncle, their daddy, their brother. But when you look at it really, it's the same person. It's the same person. You just chose to gangbang.
Right,
You're the same
right.
person you was going to school, going to high school with
yeah.
me, laughing and joking. You just decide to do something different with your life.
Right. So that I guess at the end of the day, choices make a hell of a decision, because at your age, I was on my way to prison, you know
Right.
what I mean? And I had other choices. and I didn't make those choices. You know what I mean? But when you sit down and talk to a guy in your perspective, you know what I mean, and you made a different choice. Now, let me ask you this: do you ever have any peer pressure? You know, on the low that somebody's trying to pull you into the bullshit? You know how you navigate that. I mean, you're a 19-year-old black man. I mean,
Right.
I know somebody always trying to, hey man, come do this, come fuck with us over here. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, I'm not gonna say it's peer pressure, but you can see homies doing video shoots, having fun, and oh, I want to see what that's like.
Yeah.
Or you see, you know, people just doing things that look cool.
Yeah.
That look cool in a place now where social media is everything. So it's gonna look cool on your social media because maybe, you know, people that follow me ain't never seen nothing like this before.
Right.
But then you always got to remember, like, is this the path I want to take? Because all it's going to take is for me to be here once, and it can go bad. So is this what I really want to do? Because
Right.
if it goes bad once, I may never recover from that.
Damn. Yeah.
So I think that's the main thing. And I got dreams, aspirations to be something bigger.
Yeah.
Because I know that, you know, there ain't no retirement from gangbang. It don't come with a
you know.
pension. You know what I'm saying? So
It definitely don't.
I got dreams and aspirations to be bigger than that, and a lot of homies do. They just don't know how to.
Right.
See, you know, when you grow up in a community where they tell you you can do this, this, and this, you start believing. You see people do it.
Right.
But when you grow up in a community where you own, my brother graduated here 3 years ago, but now, you know, he's hanging out gangbanging. But for me, my brother graduated 3 years ago. He about to graduate with honors at Stanford.
Right.
So it's different. Now I'm not saying those circumstances are in the ghetto,
Right.
but you know, a good percentage.
The good percentage is, yeah. So let me ask you this, man. You know, like I say, what do you say? Not trying to preach to nobody, you know what I mean? But is it some homies that you know got the ability to get out the hood and be something special? Do you nudge them a little more on a low? You know, I know you younger than some of the dudes, but
Yeah.
do you kind of?
And it's you know, my brothers is 10 years older than me. So homies, they be 25, 24, 26, 27, shoot, 30.
Right.
So yeah, I'm younger, but I got love for some people, and I know they can do better. I know they can do better because what they display.
Right.
But they might not want to. It's hard to change the glove, to step down and be like, you know what, homie, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
So I do be on some homies tough.
Yeah,
I be on
yeah,
some homies
yeah.
real tough, and I know they might not like it, but there's more to life.
Yeah.
There's way more to life, and when you look at the dynamics of everything, is that, you know, if you've been gangbanging for 10, 15 years, you don't do nothing else. You don't want to take that trip to Hawaii.
Right.
You don't want to be able to be here for your daughter's 5th birthday or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So I be on homies tough because I got love for them, and I see the potential that every human got, whether it's through music, whether they got a good work ethic, whether they can draw.
No, you got a great point there, but let me ask you this: what do you say to the homies that tell you, you know, man, you a buster, homie? You
Right,
don't want to,
right.
you don't want none of the smoke out here, homie. This where's cracking at, homie. These
Right.
streets is real, homie. We out here sliding every day, you know, sipping lean, and you know
Right,
what I mean,
right.
living the Compton dream. You know, what do you say to that dude?
You know, for me, it's almost look like as you stupid.
Yeah,
because there's no,
yeah.
you know, the Compton dream. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? Because at the end of the day, if there was, I'm not saying there was never that, but if there was a Compton dream, we would have less people. We would have less people going to jail.
Yeah.
Less people dying. Now, you know, we tough. Some of these dudes, that's a persona. Some of these dudes don't be tough.
Right.
It's a jacket they put over themselves because of the environment. Now, because you can live in Timbuktu, be the toughest thing around. But it's gonna look easier to be tough in Compton because, you know, per se, it's a tougher area to live in.
Right.
So
right.
I necessarily don't listen because I know you. You're not as tough. Now some dudes do be tough.
You a human being. No, there's some tough guys
Right.
out there. Yeah, some tough
But,
guys out there.
You know what I'm saying? A fight anywhere is a fight anywhere.
Yeah.
Shooting anywhere,
yeah.
shooting anywhere. It's no such thing for me as, oh, we in Compton, we doing this, that, and the third. You need to stay in your lane.
Right.
Because what is that going to get you?
No, you absolutely right. You know what I mean? And I just want some people out there to, see that it is a different side on the youth. You know what I mean? And we can't stay connected, you know, double-sided. You know, I want to appreciate Ant for coming on, giving his perspective. You know, this is one of the guys who keep me, grounded. 19 years old, pulled me to the side, he see me getting flared up and, want to grab my heater and go to the hood and holler at people. He keeps me grounded, give me a different perspective. So we do got some young men out here, man, that's trying to, use their head and live a better way. And I want some of the little homies to check him out. And you got any questions, man? You got any, just want to talk, man? It's come holler at us, man. So it's a way out, man. We championing that. Welcome to FG Unleashed. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And let's thank Anthony for coming to sit on the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right, no doubt.